morning crafters, it's Fiona Whitehead here from craftystamping.blogspot.com, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator for Andover, Hampshire in England. If you're in my area, come and see me, come and buy from me, or come to some of my classes. Lots going on around here. Today I'm doing a box for you, and it's using the birthday blooms, which I'm so happy is carrying over. So I'm going to just pop that out of the way just so you can see. And it's a very cute little box. I know there's lots of boxes out there, but this one's my little box. I've put a ribbon on it. The ribbon is glued at the back, but you don't need to because the box does have a hinged lid. And if you can listen, it's got goodies in it. You open it and it's got 4 little boxes inside. As I say, the lid is hinged, so it will stay there. And you could put all sorts in there. You could use it as a treats for, if you're a demonstrator, for a thank you gift for somebody, and put lots of our little bits in. You could put sweeties or chocolates in. You could put your earrings in, all sorts. And then it folds over. And look, it's 4 little boxes in a box. This is Wisteria Wonder I've done here. But today I'm going to use all about the oranges. I'm not normally an orange girl, so I'm using different colours today because I'm not normally a purples girl either. So we're going to start. There's a lot of box making. So rather than you sit there and watch me make all the boxes, I thought I'd make some already. So we're going to start first with the 4 little ones. So there's 3 I made earlier, good old Blue Peter fashion as they say, and this is what we're going to start off with. So you need 4 pieces of cardstock measuring 9 centimetres by 9 centimetres or 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Now if you don't have a stamping trimmer, I must say this does make my life so much easier. I just love it. It is by Stampin' Up, and it's got all your inches and your centimetres. And what's brilliant about it is it also has up to an inch and 3 centimetres on this right hand side, which is really good for this project we're doing here, because we are going to score this little piece at 1/2 centimetre. Now if you were trying to do 1/2 centimetre this side, you'd get yourself all into a kerfuffle. But when you can do it with most of your cardstock on the left hand side, if you understand what I mean, it makes life a lot easier. So with this piece, which is the 9 centimetres by 9 centimetres, we're scoring this at 2 centimetres, which is just approximately 1/2 inch. So 2 centimetres scoring, and with the stamping trimmer, of course, you've got your blade and you've got your scoring tool. So let's get that out of the way so we don't cut it. So 2 centimetres all the way around. Makes life so much easier. There we go. You're not faffing around with... I even find this much nicer than the scoreboard, I must admit. Now, because we're doing cardstock, and we do really have to get these little boxes quite accurate, so get your bone fold out and score all those edges. Give them a nice strong fold, and don't forget to fold your paper in the way that your fold was. Otherwise, although our paper is really strong, you don't want it to tear. Now, to make boxes, you may not have made a box before, so this is the simplest way of making a box. We're going to be cutting that little triangle just up to there. And because I want these boxes as accurate as I can get them, because they're going to fit inside there, I'm doing a little notch, if you can see what I'm doing. Just taking out a tiniest little bit. It just makes your box that bit neater. So snip up to there. These are also Stampin' Up scissors, which are called snips, which just make the job so much easier. You know, people say it's just a scissors, it's just this, it's just that. But it's the tools of our trade, and if it makes life easier and makes things better, why wouldn't you? Now, there are various glues you can have. You can use Tombow, you can use snail, you can use fast fuse, you can use the tape. I would use tape, but it's going to take just a little bit too long. So I'm going to do a bit of Tombow here. Tombow's ever so good as well for making things nice and sturdy. And it gives you that sort of wiggle room just to make sure that you've got all your edges nicely lined up. So let's just put our Tombow over there. And then glue on all 4 sides and just fold them inside. With the Tombow, you just have to press and hold a little bit. As I say, it does give you room to slide it and make sure that they are where you want them to be, which the fast fuse wouldn't. If it's stuck, it's stuck. There we go. And that's our 4 little boxes. So we've done that 4 times. You can use any colours you like. You can use all the same colours. Obviously, it's entirely up to you. So those are our 4 little boxes that are going to go inside. So we'll pop those over there. Now we're going to turn to our lids. I've done the one lid already. Now this is 2 pieces of cardstock at 12.2 centimetres by 12.2 centimetres, which is 4 3/4 inches by 4 3/4 inches. And this has been scored at 1 centimetre all the way along, or 3/4 of an inch. That's again where the stamping trimmer comes in so great, because it's so easy to do this tiny little edge here. So again, I'm going to snip. I'm not going to do the little notch on this one, just because this is quite small. I don't want to cut out my little edge bit. And so we've got just this tiny little piece here that we're going to be working with. Fold them in, make sure we know where we're going to put our glue. And again, I'm going to use the Tombow. So just a little bit, because we don't want it squishing out the sides, because then you get Tombow all over your fingers. And it makes everything so sticky. I do have a wet wipe here to hand, just in case my fingers get a little bit sticky. There we go, because it looks like a big blob on that one. Right, fold that up, press and hold. There we go. Wipe that one off. And again, press and hold. Press and hold. Obviously, when you're taking your time and not rushing to do it on a video before your phone runs out, which is what I have to do. There we go. So there's our 2 lids. Well, 1 lid, 1 base. You don't have to glue your boxes in. You could if you wanted to, but you don't have to, because it does keep it pretty secure. The last little piece we need is just a small strip, which is 10 centimetres by 2 centimetres, and it's scored in the middle. So it's 4 inches by 1/2 an inch. And I'm going to use Tombow again here, just to... My Tombow's running out, that's okay, I've got another one. I've got to back up. And that just, put your 2 boxes together, that just folds over the boxes like that. And squish it shut. There we go. I'm going to just give that a few minutes to dry. And as you can see then, your little boxes will fit. That's got to go there, hasn't it? That goes there, that goes there. A bit like a jigsaw. That goes in there, and that goes in there. Look at that, perfect. And then you have a hinge lid that's going to fold over. I'm not going to do that there. I'm just going to let that just dry a little bit while we make the top. Now I've done some of the cutouts for the top already. I've used some designer series paper. This is some of our designer series paper that is going to be retiring soon. I've used the square stitched framelets for the square, and I just wanted to show you this. This is the one that's going to go on there, and then the white one is going to go on top. See, like that. But as you can see, I don't waste any papers, and so I have used the smaller little squares when I was cutting it out on the big shot inside this one, like this, just to give me 2 more squares that I can use at a later date. Otherwise, all that paper would have been wasted. No, don't waste paper. So we'll save those. They can be used again. That's perfect. And we're just going to stamp our image onto the cardstock. And let's do a bit of stamping. And I've got the watercolour pencils here also. So here's our image. Here's our black ink. There we go. I'm just using this small, is it a rose? Is it a poppy? It's probably a poppy, isn't it? More likely to be a poppy than a, I suppose. There are wild roses that look like this. So it could be a wild rose as well. It's a flower. It's a pretty flower. So we're going to have our old olive. Okay, see if you can see. Let's just move that out of the way. Don't need that anymore. And just colour in. Darker in some parts. Leave a little bit of white gap when you're colouring it in. That'll make your image pop a little bit more, so it doesn't look so flat, and give it more of a 3D effect. That's the tip for watercolouring. And I have got Calypso Coral and Pumpkin Pie in here. So which one shall I use? I'll use the Pumpkin Pie. There we go. Just colour it in very gently. A little bit there as well. And that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to take my blender pen, clean it off because I don't want... Actually, I could have used the green first, couldn't I? But let's take all that off. And then we'll do our orange. Just pick up the colour. There we go. As if by magic. And as I say, just leave a little bit of white to give it that sort of texture. And then if you've got the marker pen, you could just go over that a little bit darker if you want to. Or I'm going to just take up a little bit of the ink just around some of the edges there. Or you could just redo the pencils, that's fine. Just to give it a little bit more shading and colour. There we go. Choose the other end. Just clean my blender pen off and just do the leaves. There we go. Perfect. Didn't take long. That then is going to be glued onto our frame. Like so. Now I have a piece of DSP here also, which measures 9.5 centimetres by 9. So sorry about that, just as I said, my camera always runs out, it ran out. So what we were up to was the DSP is 9.5 centimetres by 9.5 centimetres, or 3 3/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches, which we've just glued on top, and then we've put our image on top of that. What I also did then was I also used the framelits again, and the For You, it only just fits in this little one, but it fits fine, and pop that onto some dimensionals, just for that to go there. The last little bit we did was just used some Dazzling Diamonds, which are here, just to make that flower glitter a little bit, as you can see. And then I've popped some ribbon all the way around the box. You don't have to, because as I said, it is a hinged lid, so it is fine, it will stay there. But I just think it finishes it off a little bit nicer, and it makes it look pretty. So what I did was just measure your ribbon, whichever ribbon you want to use, and we will be getting some lovely new ribbons in the new catalogue, which will be out very, very soon. Can't wait. There we go. Just tie your ribbon onto your box like so. You've got more time than me, so you can make a nice prettier knot, but that's fine for now. And what I did, once my ribbon was on and I knew it was secure and I knew what size I wanted, I did actually glue it, because then if you are sending this as a gift, when they undo the ribbon, it's not all going to fall off. And I used my Tombow just to sneak that under there like that. Glue it in a little bit of there and then glue it down, and then when you open your box, it won't come off. Or you can then just slide your ribbon off like that one, and it stays stuck, and there's all your bits. So lovely. I hope you've enjoyed my box in a box, and thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Bye.